for Friday Fire at Remax Real Estate Lethbridge and Flatla.com. So today I want to talk to you about selling your home and why it's almost never about the money. And I know that sounds crazy because real estate agent's job is to get you the most money in the least amount of time for the least stress. I mean, that is a given. We always have to try and maximize market value and get you the most money that the market will bear in a timeline that makes sense for you. But the decision to sell your home is not about the money. Almost never. Never about the money. And yet, so many times when I'm talking to a homeowner, they say, well, if I don't get my price, I'm not selling my home. Well, if you don't get your price, that means that either we're making a mistake in how we're positioning the home or the market will not bear that price. So we have to have that harder discussion about what is stopping you from moving forward. Because if you've called a real estate agent to discuss selling your home, something has made you pick up the phone and make that momentous first step toward a momentous change in your life. Something caused you to do that, and it wasn't about the money. Your life might be changing. You might be getting a divorce. You might have a new job in another city. Something's going on with your family and you have to move to a different location or type of home. Something else is going on in your life that is causing you to go through that hellish experience of moving. I mean, moving is one of the most stressful experiences that a person can go through. I think it's second only to the death of a spouse. So it's a big deal. It's not just about, I want to get my price, because you don't always have control over the market. Well, you don't have control of the market. We do have control over maximizing the value within market conditions. So when somebody says, well, we don't have to sell, Karri, if the numbers don't make sense, we're not selling. There's way more to that, because eventually you will sell, because your reason for selling probably won't go away. So if you're getting older and the stairs aren't working for you, that reason for selling is not going away. You're going to get older and keep paying taxes, and the stairs will still be there. The idea that I'm going to wait for a change in the market doesn't really make sense either, because usually the cost of waiting far outweighs any change in the market and how that would pay you back, especially if you're going to be buying another home or moving into a different type of lifestyle. It's going to even itself out. So the market goes up a little bit in a couple years, you sell your house for a little bit more, but you're probably going to pay a little bit more for whatever you're going to, right? So motivation is never about the money. And if you think about it, it makes a lot of sense, because even in someone's career or their job, they could be making really good money, but if they're very unhappy and that job doesn't fit their life and their personality, no amount of money is ever going to make up for that. So absolutely, pricing your home is important, and we've spent a lot of time on Friday Fire, in fact, talking about strategic pricing, and you can go back and look at past episodes. But my job is to actually uncover why you're selling your home and if this is the right time. So the market's only going to change so much over the next few years, especially in Lethbridge. We have a very slow and steady market. It could, but then you're going to pay more for the home you're moving to as well if the market were to go up suddenly by a lot. So motivation is not about the money. And if something's holding you back, that means we have to get to the fear of the process, because fear of loss, it's usually fear of not getting the money you deserve. It's fear of the change. It's fear of turning your life upside down and going to the next thing in your life. Those are the things that are causing you inertia or not making a decision to list your home. Of course, the realtor has to be a good fit for you. But it's not about the price of your home. That's not how you decide whether or not to sell. When people say to me, well, is now a good time to sell my home? Is now a good time in the market? That question actually doesn't make any sense, because the best time to sell your home is when the seller is ready and when it makes sense for their life. And then they will get the best result because they're motivated. they'll be a great team player in positioning and presenting their home and working through that process. If you have any questions, give me a call, 3827335, or you can find me at karriflatla.com. That's Friday Fire, and have a great weekend.